That sound changed the world. Right now, you're probably watching this video on a global network connecting over 5 million people. You probably can't remember a time before it existed, but here's the thing. The internet didn't just appear, it was built in secret military labs by nerdy academics who wanted to share files, by college kids in dorm rooms, and by a handful of visionaries who were told their ideas were insane. And the wildest part? The first message ever sent on the internet crashed the system after just 2 letters. This is the full story, from a crashed computer in 1969 to the AI revolution happening right now. Let's go. It's 1958. America is terrified. The Soviet Union just launched Sputnik, the world's first satellite, and suddenly the US military realizes it has a problem. If the Soviets could nuke a single command center, the entire communications network goes dark. Their solution? Build a network with no single point of failure. They created ARPA, the Advanced Research Projects Agency, and tasked it with building something that had never existed before, a computer network that could survive a nuclear strike. By 1969, they had it. They called it ARPANET. On October 29th, a student at UCLA typed the word login to send to Stanford. The system crashed after the letter LO. The first message in internet history was LO. Accidental poetry, but it worked. And from that one stumbling connection between 2 universities, everything you know today was born. Through the 70s, the network grew, but there was a problem. Computers couldn't really talk to each other because they all spoke different languages. In 1971, a programmer named Ray Tomlinson sent the first email and invented the @ symbol to do it. He later admitted he couldn't even remember what the message said. Then, in 1974, 2 engineers named Flint Kerf and Bob Kahn cracked the code. They invented TCP/IP, the universal language that lets any computer talk to any other computer on the planet. Every device you own still uses it today. By 1983, every computer on the network was speaking TCP/IP. That year is considered the true birthday of the internet. Now here's where things get interesting. In 1989, a British scientist at a physics lab in Switzerland named Tom Berners-Lee had an idea. What if you could link documents together across the internet? Clickable links, jumping from page to page. He wrote up the proposal. His boss read it and wrote 4 words in the margin. Vague, but exciting. That vague idea became the World Wide Web. In 1993, the first visual web browser, Mosaic, let ordinary people see images and text together on screen. The internet went from a tool for scientists to something anyone could use. Traffic on the web grew 340,000% in a single year. And then came the gold rush. Amazon, eBay, Google, all founded within 3 years of each other. The dot-com boom was on until it spectacularly crashed in 2000. Trillions of dollars evaporated, but the infrastructure remained and the talent stayed. The internet was just getting started. By the mid-2000s, the web had a new look. It was called Web 2.0, and the big idea was simple. You create the content. YouTube launched in 2005. 3 guys, a camera, and a website. Google bought it for $1.65 billion the next year. Facebook, Wikipedia, Twitter. The internet stopped being something you consumed and became something you lived in. Then, in 2007, Steve Jobs walked on stage and said something that sounds obvious now, but was revolutionary then. An iPod, a phone, an internet communicator. The iPhone put the full internet in everyone's pocket. Within a few years, mobile traffic overtook desktop. Billions of people in Asia, Africa, and Latin America got online for the first time. Not through a laptop, but through a phone. Today, the internet is almost unrecognizable from that first two-letter crash in 1969. 5G networks deliver speeds that would have seemed like science fiction a decade ago. Starlink satellites are bringing broadband to the last billion people on Earth who've never had it. And then, in 2022, ChatGPT launched. 100 million users in 2 months, faster than any product in history. AI began writing, creating, coding, and thinking all over the internet in real time. We are living inside the biggest communications revolution in human history, and it started with a computer that crashed after just 2 letters. Now, before we go, I need to show you something. Everything we just covered, every single milestone, it's happening again, right now, with cryptocurrency. Think about it. In 1969, ARPANET connected 4 computers. Nobody knew what it would become. Right now, the Bitcoin network connects over 19,000 nodes across the globe, just like ARPANET. No single point of failure, no one in charge, built to survive. In 1971, Ray Tomlinson sent the first email, a clunky experimental way to transfer information that most people dismissed. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto sent the first Bitcoin transaction, a clunky experimental way to transfer value that most people dismissed. The internet needed TCP/IP, a universal language so every computer could talk to every other computer. Bitcoin is that for money, a universal protocol for value transfer that doesn't need a bank, a border, or a permission slip. Tim Berners-Lee proposed the World Wide Web in 1989, and his boss called it vague but exciting. You know what people called Bitcoin in 2010? A toy for nerds. Sound familiar? Then came Mosaic, the browser that made the web visual and accessible. What's crypto's Mosaic moment? It's coming. The wallets are getting simpler, the interfaces are getting cleaner, and the first billion non-technical users are getting closer every year. The dot-com crash of 2000 wiped out trillions, but Amazon survived, Google survived, the infrastructure survived. Crypto has had its crashes too, and every single time, the underlying technology kept building. The network kept growing. The iPhone just didn't put the internet in your pocket. It unlocked the next billion users. 5G and smartphones are right now putting crypto in the pockets of people in countries with no banking system, no stable currency, no financial infrastructure. For them, this isn't speculation, it's survival. And the AI moment, ChatGPT reaching 100 million users in 2 months? Bitcoin took 4 years to reach its first million users. We are not at the ChatGPT moment for crypto yet. We are at 1993. We are at Mosaic. We are at the dial-up era, right before everything changes. The people who understood the internet in 1993 didn't need to predict every website that would be built. They just needed to understand the protocol was real, the infrastructure was building, and the world was about to change. That's where we are with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency today. The history of the internet didn't end with the dot-com crash. It ended with you watching this video on a global network connecting 5 billion people. The history of cryptocurrency hasn't been written yet. From the 2 letters LO to large language models, from 4 universities to 5 billion people, from blockchain to Bitcoin, from Ethereum to Solana, from Web3 to AI. The internet isn't finished, it's barely started, and it's the same with cryptocurrency. If you believe that too, hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to see where technology goes next, subscribe, because we're going to cover it all on this channel. I really hope you learned something from this video and found it insightful. And until the next time we will talk again, take care and take charge. Creative Crypto, out.